So the story of Destiny Harris has been getting boosted like crazy on social media, and the main reason being is because she was relatively attractive. Okay, I mean, she had, in the photos that they have up of on her, she has a ton of weave in her head, and a lot. And the reason, or well, a going suspicion as to the reason she got bodied was because of the weave. There's like $3,000 worth of bundles that were taken. And I'm seeing tons of people talking about how, oh, men came through and did this. I don't think they particularly have suspects, but she wasn't the only one to go down in Baltimore. So let's get into the CBS report.
It is 6:05 now. It was a violent weekend in Baltimore City. There were multiple shootings on Saturday and Sunday, which now has leaders speaking out. WJZ is live this morning. Annie.
First and foremost, stop calling them leaders. They are not leaders. They are representatives, not leaders. Okay? Because if any of these communities, the Chicagos or the Detroits or the Baltimores, had actual leadership, they would not be in they wouldn't be in these situations. Or how do I put this? Effective leadership.
Rose Ramos has the latest on these investigations. Good morning, Annie Rose.
Yeah, Tim, that's right. Good morning.
Good morning, Annie Rose. Yeah, she can catch it.
Over the past 48 hours, there have been more than 10 shootings and leaving 3 people killed, and the Baltimore police asking the public for its help. This is the scene of this weekend's latest shooting on North Kenwood Avenue, leaving a 35-year-old woman dead.
She looked out for everybody around here.
Neighbors described the business owner as generous, opening her doors to anyone in need.
She might have been generous, but I don't think she was all that attractive because she's not getting the type of traction that the Destiny Harrison one is. And they don't even attempt to put her picture up in this video, because that's one of the things the media knows. The better looking the victim, the more clicks that the content's gonna get.
It upsets me to see that 3 days before Christmas, somebody that this entire neighborhood knew is gone.
But her shooting wasn't the only one over the weekend. 9 in total, 3 deadly.
Nobody has a heart no more.
Early Sunday morning, 2 gunmen fired 19 rounds into a crowd of people waiting outside the I Villa Hookah Lounge on Park Avenue in Saratoga. 7 people were shot, the youngest a 17-year-old. All are expected to be okay.
The criminals are just brazen. This guy gets out of a car with a rifle.
Police are now searching for the suspects, but this weekend's violence didn't end there. On Saturday, police were called to the Madame D beauty bar after someone walked into the salon, shot and...
That's like the best picture of her y'all could get. Come on, CBS, WJZ. Come on, man. Y'all, that's the best picture of the woman that y'all could get.
Killed a young woman inside.
People getting killed over petty things, and this is like, wow. It seems like it's the way of the world right now.
The third.
Okay, here's where I'm having a little bit of an issue, because it's been, particularly in urban settings, that's been the way of the world. This really doesn't strike me as much different than the 90s, where things were completely like insane, and it's just done nothing but metastasize in our urban cultures for the longest. So like there's this level of shock that people are putting on, but how shocked can you really be? And I didn't mean to go back to Annie Ramos, but let me see if I can get back to where we were.
Yeah, Tim, you in Saratoga. 7 people were shot, the youngest a 17-year-old. All are expected to be okay.
The criminals are just brazen. This guy gets out of a car with a rifle.
Police are now searching for the suspects, but this weekend's violence didn't end there. On Saturday, police were called to the Madame D beauty.
There we go.
This is like, wow.
Sorry about that.
It seems like it's the way of the world right now.
The third deadly shooting was on North Linwood, where a 21-year-old man was killed. Baltimore City Councilor Brandon Scott said these are stories of young people whose lives were cut short too soon, of children who will...
Here's a problem that I'm having. This is a song that has been sung and spun time and time and time and time again. This continues to happen over and over, but for some strange, weird reason, everyone's oh, how could this happen? How could this be? How could we? You got to change policy, man. There needs to be strong policy changes. Notice that there's a lot of females getting popped as well. from the I don't need no man clique. Like, pause. You gotta put the kibosh on all this, like, fake surprise. There should be no surprise. Because for generations now, the same measures have been in place. So to sit here and pretend, oh, this is so shocking and heartbreaking. How is your heart not liquid at this point?
Grow up without their parents and of families who will be spending time in the hospital this holiday season praying for the speedy recovery of their loved ones. Many now asking themselves,
when this going to stop, the violence?
And it's Christmas time. Now she's not.
Oh my God. That's the shit that pisses me off the most, because it's so, like, these places have been are so matriarchal, right? It's just, well, when's it gonna stop? How's it gonna stop? Do you guys remember during was it Ferguson or Baltimore riots? I'm not sure which one. When the girl was like, we need our weave. We need there ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell I'd open a weave shop and expect anything. Like, yo, you might as well open a heroin den, man. You might as well open a trap house for the level of safety that you can expect running a weave shop in an urban setting, where where the ladies of these spaces take their weaves and wigs so damn seriously that they're willing to come and bang you for $3,000 worth of hair products. It is so, like, oh man, so far gone. And I want to get back into what that councilman was saying, because she kind of overlooked the last part of his paragraph. Hold on, we're going to get back.
Gonna be at home with her kid.
now asking themselves,
when this going to stop?
Recovery of their loved one.
Okay. All right, the violence we're experiencing impacts entire communities and undermines our faith in Baltimore ever being safe, secure place where children and adults can live and grow. As a city, we must value life over everything. Empty platitudes, because guess what, bruh? This has been going on for 30, 40 years now. This isn't a matter of, oh, this just came up. This is some brand new phenomenon of street violence. No. Stop pretending as if this isn't the reality. It's like when this situation in Jersey City went down. Everybody was like, oh my goodness. The only reason they were going as hard as they were, the only reason the Jersey City incident caught the coverage that it did was because a cop got popped. Other than that, it was a regular day in Jersey City because somebody's always getting shot. This is no different than Chicago, no different than Baltimore, no different than Newark, no different than Detroit. It's just a matter of how much interest the media takes upon it. And the only reason the media has taken a even more interest upon the Destiny Harrison thing is because she was an attractive young woman. That's it. And guess what? We all gonna forget about this in a week.
Many now asking themselves,
when this going to stop? The violence.
And it's Christmas time. Now she's not going to be at home with her kids.
And Tim, police have yet to take anyone into custody in the wake of these shootings, but they're asking the public if anyone has any...
She's very attractive to me. I don't know why. She has this very, just like, I don't know. She has this very mom look to her, but she's still kind of hot. I ain't gonna stunt.
Information to please contact them. Reporting live from City Police Headquarters.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it for the video. But yeah, man, like, the thing that I guess irritates me the most is the fact that these situations, the gun violence, the environments in which these people are living and are coming up and their children are coming up in have been damn near the exact same way for 30 years now. And the quote-unquote leadership of these communities it has its head so far up its ass that it refuses to acknowledge or even begin to address real solutions towards quelling a lot of the violence and a lot of the deterioration that takes place in their very own cities and in regions and districts. So stop looking to these elected officials for leadership. They're not leaders. They're representatives, and they're supposed to represent the best interest of their constituencies to try and make the quality of life for them better. And that's not the way. That's not what they run on. That's not what they get elected on. They get elected on basically being a puppet for whatever establishment, a corporate establishment that backs them. Politics is like horse racing. You back a horse and you put a whole bunch of money behind it. You feed it, you make sure it's good, you make sure it's nice and good and strong to run, and then you run that bitch. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications because hey, if you want to press subscribe, then you might as well, just take a second and go turn that bell gray. So you know when your boy's dropping hot fire that I tend to drop on a daily basis, baby. And speak. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? There wasn't even a good picture of Destiny Harrison in this this report, but I believe that the only reason it's gotten the type of it's been propped up as much as it has, and you can see it particularly with the black women that are posting about it. They're just like, oh my goodness, two men came through. Like, hey, I don't think they have that type of information. They don't know who did this shit. Why they be in jail right now? So don't sit there and talk about how two men did it when there's another story that came out on Christmas Eve where a young woman shot a baby in the face. There's not enough to the story for me to do a video on it. But Jesus, man. Nah, you can't just sit here and automatically say like two men did this because, I don't know that many brothers. I know brothers will, but I don't know too many brothers that's sitting there banging over weave like that. All right? But you may feel differently. And that's why I have a comment section. So, till the next one.